All right, I'm at work today. It is absolutely beautiful outside, and I am most definitely taking a break from sitting at the front desk and going for a walk. All the green is back, and it's just giving me so much joy just to see green again. So one of the things I love about walks is just how much thinking you can do, and you get like all these genius ideas so easily. With that being said, I'm just trying to think ahead because we're almost done with the school year. Like, what do I want this summer to look like, and how can I just live it up to the absolute fullest? One of the things my principal is doing is basically like a 50 ice cream challenge, where him and his family are gonna have a challenge where they try to go to 15 different ice cream places over the summer. They cannot be chains, and all the family members need to be there in order for it to count. And I'm just trying to think, like, what kind of a thing could I do this summer? At the start of 2022, I thought that it would be amazing if I did 1,000 hours outside during the year. Well, I didn't even start. It was just so hard to track, and I guess I realized how much of a difficult challenge it would be to get 1,000 hours in the course of 365 days. When I get back to the front desk, I am going to look at a calendar and try to figure out how many days of summer vacation I have, and figure out a good challenge that would be doable but still a challenge, as far as the number of hours that I could get in outside during summer vacation. I'm also curious if I could tie that to some sort of a reading thing too. Before, when I taught gen ed, I did this thing called active action reader, which is basically where I had the kids spend a certain number of hours or minutes, I think it was minutes, doing something active every day, and a certain number of minutes reading. I'm curious if I could do something like that for myself, with time outside and time spent reading. Maybe I could call it like hours of summer, like however many hours I decide, like say like 500, okay, which is not the number, I'm just saying whatever I decide. I could do like 500 hours of summer, and I could keep track of being outside and reading. Hey everyone, it's Sunday. So I live right by a military base, or not a base, but a military operation. And I'm seeing loads of trucks go down the street. So hopefully this will not be too loud and you can still hear me. But anyway, like I said, it's Sunday, and I'm just kind of taking a tech-free Sunday, as except for obviously filming myself. But I was just kind of relaxing this morning before church. I woke up at like 6:30 just naturally, which, you know, totally counts as sleeping in if you just wake up naturally. I was just hanging out on my deck. There's another truck. Just hanging out on my deck, And I was reading the New Atlantic that just came in. I just started from the beginning, so I haven't gotten to the Joan Didion article yet. But the first article, Dispatches, They're Not Human Beings. So it's talking about, like, in the 1930s, all these horrible things that Russians were doing to the Ukrainians, which I didn't really know about, and about how people have written about them, and there's museums about it and all this stuff, and it's just kind of ignored. Like, no one is buying these books that were written about this time period and stuff like that. But how things are kind of connected to that are happening right now. That's not what I want to talk about, though. I want to talk about, and I wish I would have underlined it, but basically this one part where it was saying basically that they want people to just be passive. And it just made me think about how am I passive? Like, if that's what's wanted of people, are just this passive sort of people, then I should protect against that, even if I'm not living in Ukraine, right? Because you just shouldn't be a passive human being. Like, that should be part of your political warfare, your, like, political whatever, is to not be passive. And so I was just kind of thinking about, like, what are the ways that I am so passive? And, like, one of them is technology. Like, anytime your phone makes some noise or vibrates or something, you feel compelled to go check it. Like, your phone is not the boss of you. Like, you don't need to listen to your phone or to your watch, or you don't need to respond to everything right away. Like, it is okay. Also, like, Amazon or whatever, like, you just naturally go there. Like, it's like the path of least resistance. Like, all your credit card information is stored. It's just so easy. You just put it in your cart. Okay, so that's, like, another way of being passive. I think there could be potential for BookTube to be kind of passive, in that everyone's talking about a book, so you read that book. And it's like, okay, like, yes, I genuinely get excited when my friends talk about a book that I want to read, but what am I reading that is different from what everyone else is reading, you know? Like, just, like, reading what you want to read, living your life, trying to expose the internet to more books than just the ones that everyone is talking about. Not something I have firm thoughts on. I'm just thinking about, how am I unintentionally passive in my day-to-day life, and how can I change that going forward? You guys, I love my church. So every single year when it's like your birthday week, you come forward in front of the whole church and they do like a birthday blessing over you. So my birthday is Thursday. So I got my birthday blessing today, and it was just so nice, because then the whole church like says this prayer over you, just wishing you a good year ahead. And then of course after church, everyone's like, happy birthday, and it's just so lovely.